Hi there, welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie. Thanks so much for clicking. To my returning subscribers, thank you for your continuous love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please feel at home. Have you had an opportunity to subscribe to the channel yet? If not, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's free. And please don't forget to like and share the video. As I was doing my research, trying to understand South African politics and educate myself, I came across a video that really spoke to me, and I wanted to talk about it. It was an interview on the SABC, a member of the EFF and a professor, and they were talking about the ANC's Minister of Finance.
Mcebisi Ndletyana. Dr Mcebisi Ndletyana from the EFF, and of course I have my colleague Devin Murigan. Dev, I want to pick up with you. The finance ministers that have come and go, that period, that uncertain period at the time that they were let go, what happened to the markets? Remind us, and are we likely to see the same pattern of events follow suit here?
I want to start with your last point, Paulie. Let's go back to December 2015 when we had the so-called Nenegate and the former President Jacob Zuma removed Nxumalo from the finance portfolio. Now, this is what analysts say. Back then, you had a scenario where these institutions were under threat. They were in a precarious position. The Treasury, SARS, and the cause of the Reserve Bank, for example, but in particular, the Treasury. When Nxumalo was removed, you had this rand sink by about 10%. Did we see the same type of sinking over the last 24 hours? Not so. And here's the reason some of the analysts say. Back then, the institutions were far more precarious. We've seen a little bit of a cleanup now, and as far as investors are concerned, the institutions are stronger or getting stronger. It's the institutions, not the man at this point.
So there's confidence on the integrity of the institution, and some kind of stability has now come.
More so, not complete confidence, more so, I would say. So that's the very big difference from an investor point of view on these two spectrums, these two ends, 2015 and now. But we're yet to see what uncertainty will come about if that finance minister is changed in the next few hours, or if he is at all.
All right, Dev. Prof, let's bring you in. Who are the likely successors? I think let's look ahead now. If at all Nxumalo does get the boot, who is likely to replace him?
Well, there are people who have been associated with the ministry. Barbara Christie's name has been mentioned. She's been doing well in Gauteng. Jonas's name has also been mentioned. So,
but she's only just become the MEC of Finance in Gauteng.
Yeah, but that's really up to the president. You have to choose, especially this government. They've always wanted someone who can be sold to the market, someone with credibility. So I guess they have a number of people that they can choose. They can even shift people within cabinet. I don't want to speculate. I mean, I don't really have the insight. But it would certainly, obviously, it would make sense to have someone who has a good reputation with the market already.
Now, whether you agree, disagree, whatever about politics, well, one thing is for sure is whoever is speaking on behalf of the EFF always says true to their point.
Actually, is to drive the message to the people of South Africa that we have no other choice but to remove Nxumalo from taking care of state funds. He has lost credibility, he has lost integrity, and he's a liar. He lied in relation to meeting the Guptas, and secondly, he has lied about giving us an accountability, something that reflects his attitude towards Parliament, that he doesn't take Parliament seriously. And that's important. If Ramaphosa does not remove Nxumalo, there is no difference between him and Jacob Zuma, fundamentally, because this would be, I think, the fourth minister that we've been saying to him, you're sitting with people who have no regard for ethics. We have no regard for people's resources. We have no regard for accountability, who are arrogant, and therefore, increasingly, what we are having is an ANC that no longer has a collective of men and women with integrity. You know, earlier on you asked me, you say, no, we are having attitude on treasury because of a cigarette question. Do you know that, by the way, Pravin Gordhan has shares in British American Tobacco? You know, that is one of the companies that is involved in aggressive tax avoidance, including smuggling cigarettes through SAPS vans, as it was revealed a couple of years ago on the borders towards Limpopo. And people forget these stories that were not even revealed by us. Why? We must shift focus. We must not focus on these horses of capital that have lost integrity. What kind of a finance minister do we want? Is it a person that capital is happy with? Is it a person that the markets are happy with, whether he lies, whether he's got shares in questionable companies?
Their beliefs and will stay adamantly on point. It's amazing. It takes a lot of practice, courage, and belief to continuously stand up for what you believe in. And in this case, it was the truth. As many different people talked about their perspective on the topic, including the professor and the host, they were sharing different perspectives.
Someone is spreading the rumor that Ndletyana has already resigned or asked the president that he should resign. That turned out to be false. Also because the presidency has told us so. So whoever is spreading that rumor is obviously applying pressure on Nene to step aside.
And when it came to the member of the EFF to share his thoughts, he was very adamant the fact that he felt the Minister of Finance was not telling the truth. And because he had lied, he couldn't be trusted. There was a lot of back and forth between the professor and the EFF, and they didn't see eye to eye, which in most of these interviews they don't. And I found it very interesting, no matter what was being said to him or how either of them was attacking, maybe is a strong word, but going back and forth at one another with differences of opinion.
And mislead the people of South Africa.
I have to respond to this. These are cheap shots. Someone is spreading the rumor that Ndletyana has already resigned or asked the president that he should resign. That turned out to be false. Also because the presidency has told us so. So whoever is spreading that rumor is obviously applying pressure on Nene to step aside. Most likely because they want the job, right? So the EFF, obviously, they are smelling blood. There's a lot of political capital here to gain from besmirching Nene as corrupt. He may well be possibly corrupt. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying, Mamela, there's value in listening. I'm saying, let's find out. Let's find out what happened. Right? Because you cannot dismiss someone merely on the citation that he met the Guptas. Everyone in that cabinet, almost everyone in that cabinet met the Guptas.
He
so
lied.
the question is, so this is the picture, right? The picture is that you have a number of people who met the Guptas.
He lied.
But this one person, it's
lied.
curious. Mamela, man.
Lies.
Why don't you have to be civil now.
But
who
are you debating with?
You're being uncivil.
I didn't
you are
say
being uncivil,
must be
gentlemen.
fired
You are being uncivil.
because he met the Guptas.
You are being uncivil. You are being uncivil.
No, listen,
you are being uncivil.
You are being untruthful.
You are being uncivil.
You are being untruthful.
Show a bit of courtesy.
You are being dishonest.
You are being indecent.
I can allow that.
You are being indecent.
I can allow that.
Even if you disagree with me, at least listen.
Yeah,
That's the basic courtesy.
I don't like lies. I don't like to listen to lies. I don't like to listen
Just
to
be
people.
courteous. Just be courteous.
Let me give my courtesy then.
Just be civilized. That's all I ask you to do.
There is no civilization in lies. In a propaganda by capital, there is no civilization. I don't bow to lies. I don't bow to dishonesty. We are saying to him in a debate, Nhlanhla lied. He keeps focusing on things we are not saying. Why should we allow a person who lies to stay there? Address that. Because that's the debate. Not he met the Guptas.
He stayed straight on point. They're not telling the truth. They're a liar. And this was throughout the entire conversation. Even when the host would pop in and out to kind of redirect the conversation, the EFF member was very adamant that he was not swaying from his point. There was questions about the Guptas and all of this information back and forth. And he was questioned, well, if the Minister of Finance lied about knowing the Guptas and having meetings with them, what about the others? He stayed on point.
Allegedly.
We have come out clear.
You were the ones who said, you mentioned names like Malusi Gigaba and said he was eating curry at the Guptas. He's still the minister of in this cabinet.
Totally, I've been here, my brother,
Okay.
in the same platform. When the cabinet reshuffle happened in Ramaphosa, we rejected Nomvula, we rejected Batabile, we rejected in particular Malusi Gigaba because he lies. We said that then. I was standing here with one of your anchors, and we said the same thing we're saying now about Nhlanhlane.
I didn't speak about the others. I'm speaking about this man and how they...
That he's got liars around him, people who are willing to break ethics. I mean, Zuma sends you to go do a wrong thing. You do it. Somebody comes on TV and says, no, that's fine because Zuma sent him. How dishonest is that?
All right.
In a court of law, Chief, you are party to crime. You've got an ethical responsibility because you took the oath of office. Zuma doesn't take it on your behalf. You take the oath of office that you will not do wrong things, even if instructed to do so.
All right.
Okay, fine. As it carried on, I was listening attentively to find out where this was actually going. And by the end of the interview, the professor agreed with the EFF member. I kind of had to sit back and laugh. I thought, after all of that back and forth, you agreed? Wow.
Now, this incident shows that you can't hide it. You can't lie about it. So if you are there, you have to tell everything and everything. So this is a good thing in a way, that if you tell a half-truth or you don't reveal certain things, there are people out there who are watching, who know things about you. So tell the truth. And this is a very good opportunity not to waste, right? That if you're in a way creating a high level of intolerance for corruption, you are raising necessary questions about people's conduct. That's well and good. That's why I agree with Dlozi, right? But I still want to know why others are spared the same fate that he is facing. Because this smacks of double standards. It could be. But they're all public servants. The same principle should apply. They are all public servants. For me, it's the duplicity, the double standard of the ANC. And I've been saying this a lot more consistently, by the way, Dlozi, perhaps even longer than you on this, that we have, morality does count for something. Morality does count for something. I'm clear about that. But we should be careful of moral outrage without being critical. Yes, he lied, but I'm interested. Why did he lie? Why did he lie? Because reality is a lot more complex than that. There's a reason why people lie. You can accept that they lie, but you still have to find out why they lie. That's more beneficial for understanding. That's the entirety of the truth. That's what academics do. I'm not politicking here. I'm not canvassing for votes. I simply want to understand to get to the truth. That's the difference between me and Dlozi.
Mr. Dlozi, would you accept Zweli Mkhize as your finance minister?
Let me tell you, Koli, because I don't want to go here without setting some records straight. I don't know who he's talking about, but we never said that there mustn't be a firing of everyone else that did what Nhlanhlane is doing. As I said, we've been here. We can go to several statements that we have released, and there's no single one of them that praises Nhlanhlane for saving the country from a nuclear deal. We don't have that. We don't do those. I don't know who he's talking about, but me in studio next to him here, who is debating with him, is saying you don't stick in a cabinet in a country of so much corruption, from councillors up to the cabinet. You don't laugh with corruption. We don't laugh with lies. You don't laugh with people who lie about the business that they do on behalf of the people. You don't laugh. You don't dilly-dally. You cut them. Because you're not going to get the question of corruption right if you don't cut them. So whether it's Malusi Gaba, we've been here. We even told him in Parliament to his face. And we don't just say it here on the studios. We tell them in Parliament, you don't deserve to be here. So I don't know who's Professor talking about. I hope he knows and is clear in his head that it's not the EFF he's talking about. The people of South Africa must know the same way Nhlanhlane, we are saying Nhlanhlane must go. We have said that Bathabile Dlamini, Nomvula, as well as Malusi Gaba must go, must fall. Now, I don't have a lot of hope about the collective of the ANC passing the integrity test. Ramaphosa is a president. He wanted to be a president. He has accepted being a president of the ANC, of that collective. We're waiting to see, because this one has failed the test of ethics. He has also been unintegrous. What hurts us the most, he disrespects Parliament. And I challenge him now on national TV to publish that letter that he says he gave us. I'm challenging him now. If he gave the EFF a response, we're challenging him now. It will help all of us because it's going to reveal answers to the questions that we are asking, because we're interested above all in the content of our questions. So we are challenging him now. Since he was there, he has not given us that response. We have challenged him. I'm challenging him again.
He's put out flat denials that...
I'm challenging him to release that letter to the public if he has given it to us. I'm putting it to you. We have not received that letter. Even after his testimony at the commission, we contacted his office and they said the minister is considering it. We're challenging him again on national TV. If you have given us that letter to our questions, release that letter now.
Gentlemen, I must thank you for your time. Thank you very much for a very lively debate. It's been really an eye-opener. All right, Mcebisi Ndletyana, and of course, Dr Dlozi.
I'm civil, you see.
For
He can be civil, yeah, when he likes it.
Permanently civil.
the fact that you shook hands.
I'm permanently civil. Yeah, I'm permanently civil.
All right.
I think it was really amazing to watch the EFF stay at a point despite the back and forth and speaking the truth. And that's the one thing that I felt very powerful. He said, I'm here to speak on behalf of the South African people, and we want the truth. We want to have the right information. I'm not here about making up stories or listening to the biases. It's about the truth. And I thought, this is really powerful. Now, whoever you have your beliefs are in politics, you want whoever is on your side to definitely look for the truth, to look out for your best interests. And whether the truth came out and it was what the EFF member said or what the professor had to say, the fact of the matter is he stayed true to who he was. Think about politics where you live. Do the members of parliament where you have voted stick to the truth? Do they stand up for what they believe in and speak adamantly on your behalf continuously? I'm not telling you which party that you should vote for in any sense, because I don't know your politics. But what I'm saying, in this video, I was most impressed on how spot on this EFF member stayed to point, believing in what he was saying, in the party's view, and what they were really looking out for the South African people. I encourage you to check this video out and let me know what you think. Do you think that he stayed on point, or do you think he diverted back and forth? I didn't think so. But I'd love to hear your points. Drop them in the comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and share, and also take a minute, hit the notification button so each and every time I upload some new content, you'll be notified. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.